Welcome! In this video, we are going to present DataDoc Analyzer, a tool for analyzing the documentation of scientific datasets. Recent works in the machine learning community are committing for documenting the data used to train machine learning models on a specific set of dimensions, such as how the data have been collected or labeled. Besides, the scientific field have been improving their data sharing practices in the last years. The generated data often is published together with technical documentation or scientific publications, such as data papers. However, these documentation are written in natural text and their structure, content focus, and composition vary, making them challenging to analyze. The goal of DataDoc is to analyze this documentation by extracting the demanded dimensions and checking its level of completeness. Here, we can see an example of the web UI of the tool. It's published in a high-interface space, so anyone can try it. You need an API key to use it, and you need a data paper. In that sense, to test the tool capabilities, we will get a data paper published in the journal Scientific Data. It's from a dataset intended to detect tumor lesions, so it's a medical dataset. And we have the documentation already plotted here at examples. The first thing to see is the tabs. Each of the tabs represent one of the dimensions that we are extracting from the documentation. For instance, the Annotation tab refers to the process of annotating and labeling the data. The Gathering represents information about the collection of the data, the uses of the data, or the contributors of the dataset. In the Annotation tab, for instance, we can take a look to the annotation description. The data has been annotated or labeled by a radiologist and nuclear medicine specialist. It's an image and video annotation type. We have the labels. We have information about the team annotating the data. For instance, the authors annotated the data. And the type of the team, if the team are internal, the authors, are external, or a crowdsourcing service. And also we get information about the demographics of the team if this information is present in the documentation. And in that sense, beyond the results of extraction, we provide also a completeness report. This completeness report gives the user an overview of the completeness of the documentation regarding the dimensions demanded by the machine learning community. In that case, the team description is missing, so this is not a description of a team, and the team demographics is also missing. There is no demographic information about the team who annotates data. This web UI is intended for test purposes or to analyze a single document. If you want to integrate this tool in your machine learning pipeline, we also provide an API. Here we have the documentation of the API. Each of the endpoints of the API corresponds to each of the tabs in the high-interface space. So, if you want to get information about the annotation process of the dataset, we can go to the annotation endpoint, click here, try it out. We set our API key, we select our file, we will get the same file as previous, and we click execute. This will last between 15 and 25 seconds, depending on the background service, and will provide us with the same answer we have seen in the high-interface space, but in a structured format, in JSON format. So it's more easy to integrate to our machine learning pipeline. Here we see the results. The results are the same results, but in a structured format. And also we see the completeness report. And that's all. If you want more information about how to install the tool or how to use this tool, you can go to our open repository. We also provide a Docker image, so you can deploy the API easily. And we believe that this tool could be a helpful tool for data documenters or data creators when documenting their datasets, and could help to enhance the explainability of datasets by annotating the datasets with extracted dimension. Thank you very much.